Much like any large-scale construction project, the Elizabethtown Sports Park wasn't built in a day. The project took several years of planning and several years of construction to complete. And while there may have been some challenges along the way, we can look back now and say each one of them was worth it.
It really started with the project with Mayor Wilmoth. The city had to move a baseball field because the college was expanding. Then we met with the Kentucky Sports Authority and they said, hey, youth sports are really starting to grow. Maybe you all need to look at that.
When discussions first came up, from what I understand, about looking into building a sports park here in Elizabethtown, one of the first things that was brought up because of that discussion was they needed a funding mechanism. So when the vote came for the restaurant tax to be the funding mechanism for the sports park, it was a tie vote between the council members, 3-3, which when that happens, that final vote goes to the mayor to make the decision, and he was a yes vote, which was a very courageous vote at the time because that was something that was on the lips of just about everybody in town, another new tax, and you know how people don't like new taxes. He had the courage to make that yes vote, and I think if we look at where we stand now with this sports park and what it's meant to our community, history has proven him correct.
We took about 2 or 3 field trips and visited different parks throughout Mississippi, Tennessee, and it was amazing to be able to see all those different parks and pull their pieces that were great into our park.
The folks were very proud of what they had done, but the whole time I was thinking we can do it better. It was a little bit scary because we were going to kind of be the new kid on the block, cutting edge, and even though our community had always been pretty progressive, I don't know that we had ever been the first at anything. So that was a little daunting at first, I think.
From concept to opening day took about 4 years, and the cost was just under $30 million. 12 diamond fields, 12 long fields, and 1 miracle field later, the dream of the Elizabethtown Sports Park had come to fruition. When the first pitch was thrown in July of 2012, it was the start of something big for everyone.
I'm gonna say it was one of the best weeks of my life.
The park immediately put Elizabethtown on the map and has seen dozens of national athletic competitions on its fields. Creating the entire park to accommodate other kinds of events has also proved a win. There are birthday parties, celebrations, movie nights for families, and community recreational leagues. There's even been a wedding proposal at home plate.
When I came out, it was eye-opening because you see what is in front of you. You know, people can tell you what's going to happen out here and how many fields and how many kids are going to be here playing on them. But until you see the size and the scope of it, 15 years ago, that was the point that I realized, okay, maybe we are going to make this a go.
The sports park has been a great benefit for locals as well. In recent years, it's become even better because now every sport gets to play at the sports park that is immaculate. There's probably few kids that get to play in a park that's as beautiful as that is. I'm envious, I guarantee you.
The people that you talk to outside the community, when they say, oh, you're from Elizabethtown. Oh, I've been to the sports park. I wish we had one of those. That's the nicest place my kids have ever played.
When I ran into people that had been to the sports park, their comments are how clean it is, how family friendly it is, and that they just have never been to a nicer park.
What we did on the scale that we did was relatively new. There's larger sports parks obviously today across the country, but what's awesome is a lot of those sports parks came to the Elizabethtown Sports Park to see what we were doing. So I'd say definitely we were a standard at that time.
When players come to the park, it's not just about the players on the field, it's about the families as a whole and the experience at the Elizabethtown Sports Park.
So when you travel with the compet soccer side of it, you know, you go to all different places. And when you're sitting there, you're interacting with other parents before or after a game that, you know, they want to know where you're from. And you say Elizabethtown, and they say, oh, you all got that really good sports park. We want to play in a tournament there. That's pretty awesome that we can give our kids that.
More than anything, it makes friends for kids, young kids into teenage years, and I just don't think you can replace those things. Youth sports causes those things things to happen. So as far as the kids learning responsibility and teamwork and relationship building and learning that other people are counting on you just like you're counting on them, the list goes on and on.
I think the Elizabethtown Sports Park, it's an opportunity for young athletes to come and experience the best circumstances, surroundings, environment for them to excel in whatever sport or activity that they're part of.
Having this facility in our community has been an incredible asset. All of our recreational sports are played at the Elizabethtown Sports Park. This gives kids a chance who might only play recreational ball to feel like they are in the big leagues. The Elizabethtown Sports Park just continues to be a focal point in bringing family and friends together.